All right. Well, the first thing I'd like you to do is to sit tall in your chair. Most of us have a default position, right? We can kind of slump through the day or as we drive or we're sitting at our laptop. But for now, I want you to lift up and sit as tall as you can. And without touching your face, I want you to bring your hand just about an inch from your nose and pull back just a little bit with your head. Maybe not maybe a position that you find yourself in all the time, right? But a real aligned, comfortable position. Okay, we're going to clasp our hands and we're going to reach out and just breathe comfortably right now. And we're going to slowly, as we inhale, we're going to bring our hands to the top. Oops, my hands went out of view. That's okay. And then we're going to come back. If you find that you can't bring your hands all the way to the top, that's okay. If you just want to touch your fingertips, that's okay. Let's do this a few more times, all the way up and down. And one more time, inhale up, stretching all the way up. Oh, yep. And down. Very good. And then you can rest your hands just gently on your lap again. Now, a lot of people share that they have some tension in their neck and their shoulders. And so what we're going to do here is just using your own body weight, you're going to let your left ear just very gently slide down. And you're not going to push it, you're not going to crank it, you're just going to let the weight of your head provide the stretch. And coming back up to the top, we're just going to go gently to the other side. You might find that one side feels different than the other. Breathing gently. Go ahead and come up to the top. Now we're going to let the weight of the head gently slide back. You know, when's the last time you did this and you looked up at the clouds or the ceiling? And once you get there, let your molars gently touch in the back of your mouth, providing a deeper stretch to the throat muscles. And then come back to neutral. Imagine that you have a little, like a magic marker or a felt tip pen on the tip of your nose, and then go ahead and just draw a circle or a line to one side. Again, only going to where it's comfortable, and then gently coming back. Slide that line, that tip of your nose, all the way to the other side. And come back, and then just wiggle around a little bit if you want to. Just on how it feels good right now. Okay, we're going to start with, I'm going to move my chair back just a little bit. There we go. We're going to take one arm, it doesn't matter because we'll do both sides, and you're going to bring your arm all the way up. Once you get there, you're going to drop your hand behind you. For some of us, our elbow might come forward, and that's okay. See if you can move it up as high as you can. Just explore right up to that edge, but wherever it is fine. And if you'd like, you can take the other hand and provide just a little bit more of a stretch by gently tugging that towards your, very gently nudging it toward your head. You don't have to do that or not. We're all, again, sewn together a little differently, right? Oh, a nice stretch through the triceps. A position we probably don't find ourselves in very much in our day, right? And then you can go ahead and drop that. Bring that arm all the way up, but now turn your pinky to the back of you and then draw a big circle real slow. Feel the stretch in front of your shoulder and come back to neutral. Bringing the other arm up. This side might feel different. You're going to go ahead and drop that hand. And again, your elbow might come down. That's all right. You're going to keep the elbow up as high as you can. If you'd like, you can come around and gently create a little bit more of a stretch. And again, we're all a little bit different. The important thing is to experience your upper arm bone up in the air. You know, your shoulder is a ball and socket, right? So we're just going for full range to kind of explore that range. Nice. And then the same thing, the arm's going to go up and turn the pinky of your hand to behind you and Go ahead and just, oh, really stretch through that shoulder. Feels good all the way around. Nice. Okay. Bringing your arms out in front of you, you're going to take one hand and go under. And for some people, this provides a stretch in itself. Your shoulder blades and behind you are kind of sliding out to the outsides of your back. Some of you are going to be able to keep going and go ahead. You can turn your palms up. That's going to create a little bit more of a stretch inside your shoulder joint. Some of you might be able to bring it all, your hands all the way up. And again, doesn't matter where you go with this, just creating a little bit of a stretch in the shoulder. And you can unfold, come around. Now the other hand is going to slide under. Again, this might feel a little bit different. If you'd like, you can flip your palms up. Maybe you can fold them up. It's okay if you can't. And then gently unfold and down. If you have a chair that has a back, go ahead and you're going to reach behind you. So you're reaching behind you here if you have, or you can reach underneath the chair, or you can just simply have your arm bones behind you. It's up to you, but hold on, arms behind you. You know, this is an important position to try to go to every day because we tend to do everything in front of us, right? Our cell phones, our laptops, our steering wheels, our books, our everything tends to be in front of us. So really allowing us to open up the chest and really, almost like your shoulder blades are kissing behind you. And then we're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come down. Here's the last time. A nice big stretch through the chest. And exhale, come down. Great. Arm bones are still behind. Slide them and place them in your lap. The next stretch is like a hip stretch. Has a couple different modifications. So the first one would be simply to cross your ankles. I know you can't see my ankles, but we know what that looks like. The next one would be to cross your legs. So for some of you, you can stay right here. If you'd like to explore a little bit deeper, you can come up and bring your ankle up on and let your knee fall to the ground. Sometimes our knees are going to be up here. That's okay. Again, wherever your body goes is fine. There's no picture perfect in this. Wherever it is, it is. And just pause here for a little bit because it's already opening up that hip joint, right? But we're going to add a twist to this now. So whichever leg you have up on your thigh, you're going to use the opposite hand to come on over and cross. Keep your eyes on the screen for now, and you're going to reach behind you and twist your shoulders, but you're still looking at the screen. Your shoulders are moving first, and now you can turn your head and just glide your eyes and your head and your chin and your nose all the way where it can go, creating a little bit of a squeeze, a polish of the pearls of your spine. The same thing, your head is going to turn first, and then it can follow with the shoulders. When you're here, we can add one more thing, and you can place your hands underneath your thigh and go ahead and kind of twirl your ankle a little bit. And if you're comfortable, you can bring your legs out. It doesn't matter if your knee straightens or not, just a little bit. And down. We're going to go to the other side now. So again, you can either cross your ankles, you can cross your legs, or you can come all the way up to this position. And almost immediately, you might feel a little bit of stretch on the outside of that hip. Again, it might feel different than the other side. It's really common when we do this to kind of roll forward. So it's important to try to sit as tall as you can. Just be that sensation scientist and feel what you feel. You're going to take the opposite arm as the leg and bring it over. And again, keeping your eyes forward, you're going to turn the shoulder girdle first, and then your eyes. in your head, looking behind you. You know, when I do some simple stretching exercises, you can go ahead and bring your eyes forward and then your shoulders. It's really nice to ask yourself when you're doing some of these stretches, when's the last time I twisted my spine? When's the last time my arms were above my head, right? Or behind my body? You know, functional fitness, it's what makes us feel good. You can take your hands and place them underneath your thigh. You can hang out here if you'd like. You can put your foot on the floor if you'd like. You can twirl your ankle around. And then you can stretch that foot out if you'd like. If you'd like, you can flex it. Nice. Up and down. If we think about our spines from a functional perspective, our spines are meant to move, to simplify it, in 6 ways. We can forward bend, we can backward bend, we can twist right and left, and we can kind of tick-tock side by side. So that's what we're going to do now. You're going to lift up one arm, place the other right here, and then very gently sway over. Now, listen to your body. Listen as your spine kind of creates a little bit of a bend to one side. So the hand that's up in the air, turn your palm toward the ceiling and then sweep across. Other arm up to the sky, hand in the lap, sitting tall, and go ahead and slide over. Go slow so you can feel what you feel. A position you might not have been in a while, right? Feels good. Turn that palm up to the ceiling and sweep. Your hands out in front. Place your thumbs and very gently just wrap up your thumbs. You're not going to squeeze, you're just wrapping them up. So you've got a fist. And we're just going to roll our wrists, really stretching the forearm muscles, all those tendons. Nice. And then choose a hand that you're going to just place out like this, like a stump. And with the other, you're very gently going to gently place these fingers. You're kind of pushing the fingers back a little bit. This is so good for people that work on a computer. Most of us are clicking away on our phones, kind of a opposite motion of where we find our hands most of the day, right? And then you can just swirl that. And we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. A stop. Gently bring back those fingers. You know, when you do that, you can almost feel like the strings of your tendons lengthening underneath. And a little bit of a wiggle here and down. So little shoulders up as you inhale. Exhale, melt them down. And now I'm going to have you just scoot back in your chair. So you're not sitting tall anymore. You know, freestyle, you can rest on the back of your chair if you have one. So we're going to end this session with what I like to call equal breathing. Equal breathing means that we're breathing in maybe to a count of 4, maybe you might go to 5 or 6, and then you're going to exhale to that exact same number. I'm going to let you choose the number, but it's really important that when we practice breathing, that controlled breathing anyway, that we can have that equality in our breath. And before we start this, I want you to think about this one thing. What do you need right now? Sometimes deep breathing can give us a very relaxing feeling. It's a stress release, it's calming, it's peaceful, just exactly what you might need midday. Other times we might feel like we're in a little bit of a slump and we're not focusing as right, and your breathing might give you energy and some vitality and some focus. So taking a moment of which one of those you want this breathing session to be for you. Energy, focus, vitality, ready for your afternoon, or calming and peace and tranquility and stress release. Maybe you can have a little bit of both, right? So sitting back in your chair, placing your hands in your lap, you can have your eyes open or closed. And when you're ready, go ahead and inhale if you can through your nose. Go ahead and count that. Exhale through your nose if you don't have resistance in that. It can be your mouth for the same count. And go ahead and keep breathing in this fashion, a long, smooth, seamless breath in and out. Nowhere to be. Let go of where you're going to go when we log off, the tasks, the list. Forget about how your day started for a moment. Just be in your breath and in your body. Feel that breath literally nourish every cell of your body. Gently, smoothly, seamlessly, breaths in and out at your length, at your pace. And from wherever you are, take one last deep, deep, deep breath in and out. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. You can squirm around a little bit. I encourage it, just intuitively move how you feel like your body needs to move. And I thank you for being with me today, with us today. And one thing that you can get out of pausing in your day and taking a mini break, I like to think of the acronym STOP. S, stop. T, take a breath. O, observe. How does my body feel? What does it need right now? How can I stretch right now to make my body feel even better? And then P, proceed. Maybe proceed with that stretch, proceed with what you're doing. But it's a kind of a gift to be able to learn how to give yourself, and it takes some practice too. But I thank you for being with us today, and everybody have a beautiful, beautiful day.